Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for coming to the show. Ivory Coast, 4 p.m. Nice. I really appreciate you guys all coming. We had such a good time yesterday on this plan, and we're going to do the same thing again today. I have a little bit of an alternate ending set up for today's show. So if you came to yesterday's show, I got some feedback from everybody yesterday, and we're going to kind of adapt it into the show today. Spain, hello. Nice. Germany. Lebanon. Oh, you guys, this is awesome. Okay, this is so great to have everybody here. So I really like the participation. I'm going to do my best to read your comments and to incorporate them into the show. It's sometimes they come fast and furious, so I have sometimes a hard time keeping up and drawing at the same time, but I will do the best that I can. So I like to start out by having a look at the plan together, and I'd like to talk about what some of the big problems are with this plan. Now, we looked at it as a group. We've looked at it in the reels. I've had comments on the reels about it, and I sort of said, it's got a dinner plate size shower, and there's, a view of the toilet, but I want to talk about some of the problems. One of the biggest problems with this plan is it's actually what I call, and what another viewer called, an armpit floor plan. It is actually in an inside corner of the building. So there's another unit here and another unit here, and the only windows in the plan are in the upper right corner. So this is a 900 square foot, 1 bedroom and 1 den apartment unit in Toronto. It's 83 square meters. So it is a very, very big unit for only having 1 bedroom. But the reason why it only has 1 bedroom is because it is this armpit, and it's like the inside of your arm, and the only windows are here. So that has its own challenges in terms of how we do the layout. I also pointed out, if you're in the kitchen, and this is me in the kitchen, one of the biggest issues is you have a direct view of the toilet from the work area of the kitchen, which is a big no-no. We always have to, when we're designing floor plans, we have to take our ruler and we have to draw a line and make sure that we actually do not have a line view of the toilet from the kitchen or the dining. That is a big rule that I have here at Plan Attack. One of the other issues that I've got with this floor plan has to do with the living and dining space. If you look at the living room, if I'm on the couch, this is me on the couch, I have a really great view out, which is awesome. But the TV is kind of off and to the side. It doesn't make a lot of sense in terms of the layout. But if we were to actually change the furniture layout in the living room, and say we did the sofa the other way and we turned it the other way, this is actually not a bad way to do a layout, and put the TV here. The problem is that we don't have enough room for a dining table. So this living dining space in its configuration really doesn't have enough room for both the living room and the dining room. It's a bit of a problem. What do you guys think about the den? So this is marketed as a 1 bedroom plus den. So this is the office space here. What do you guys think about the office space? Do you think this would be a great place to work? Air and light. Somebody's saying air and light. Yeah, there's an issue overall with air and light because there's not very many windows. Can you save all the live videos as highlights to IGTV? I actually put them on my YouTube channel, just so you know. So they usually come out a week later. I put them on YouTube. So subscribe to my Plan Attack YouTube channel. The den is not good. Yeah, the den, everybody's saying no, no, no. What is the problem with having the office right here? There's a few issues with having the office here. One issue is that there is absolutely no access to any daylighting. Like, you are really in a dark closet. This is really, really a problem here. And the other issue I have with the den location is it is immediately at the front door. And I don't think that is, I will go crazy if I work there. I'm going crazy just looking at it in the plan and I'm not even working in there. But this is really, you might as well be sitting in the fire exit, right? Like, it's just not a good place to sit. And it's really, 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 you're going to feel like you're underground, right? You're not part of the unit. So that is a problem. So one of the other issues, let's have a look at what's going on up here in the bedroom. This is one of the strangest decisions that anybody has ever made, because the bedroom, if you look at the size of the bedroom where the bed is, it's angled, and they don't even have enough room for the second night table here, which makes no sense. But what is this space? Like, what is actually this area here? Like, what is that? That is wasted space, and it is almost the same size as the bedroom, but it is all it has in it is one dresser. It makes no sense. It is basically a giant hallway to go into the rest of the bathroom and the walk-in closet, and it makes absolutely no sense. Speaking of the walk-in closet, I think the walk-in closet is too big. There's a lot of wasted floor space, and then the bathroom for the size of the unit feels really cramped with this tiny shower. So we have our work cut out for us, don't we? Yes. Hi, everybody. All right. Let's get down to business and let's fix this plan together and let's look at what we can do. So the first thing I'm going to do is demolish it. What do we think about that? I have left the powder room as it is, but we're obviously going to change the entry area, and I've left the front closet. What do we think about the plan the way that it looks right now? It looks much better already. Just opening it up, it's really, really interesting once you take everything out, because it looked really, really poor before, and now all of a sudden, I have to say it looks actually pretty good. So I want to talk about a strategy to fix this plan, and I want to show you kind of the way that I think about fixing the plan. And it really has to do with where we locate the bedroom, okay? And this is the bedroom. This is the size of a bedroom, and it is about 10 feet by maybe 10'6" or so. And that is the size, that's about 3 meters by 3 meters. That's about how much room we need for a good sized bedroom. And there are two options with where we could put the bedroom. We could put the bedroom here because it could be in front of these windows, or we could put the bedroom here. And those are really the only two options for this plan, because the bedroom has to have a window. We can't make the bedroom back here. We can't put it back here. It has to be by one of the windows because it needs egress. So there are two options. There is A and there is B. And I want you guys to think about this for a minute. And I want you to tell me where you think the bedroom should go. Should the bedroom go in A or should the bedroom go in B? And I'd like you to type in your answer right now. Think about it. There's only really two options. There's B or there's A or B. Where should the bedroom go? And I'm going to talk you through both ideas, but I want to see a vote. So a lot of you are voting for B. I'm seeing lots of Bs, a couple As, majority of Bs. There is a logic to why we would choose B, and it's very interesting, and I'm going to talk about it. A lot of you are saying, some of you are saying A. There's a few A's, mostly B's. I'd say we're probably 90% B. I think, A is where it was originally. B is where we could move it to. Oh, there's now some more A's. People are interesting. I'm going to tell you why I think it actually should be B, and I'm going to discuss why it should be. So the first thing I'm going to do, let's talk about A. Let's talk about A and why I think I would not choose A. So if that's the bedroom, if that's where the bedroom goes in A, then that means that the rest of this space here would become the ensuite and the walk-in closet. Okay, so because you can't really have your kitchen in here and you can't really have your living space around this tight corner, it has to be the service related to the bedroom. In a 900 square foot unit, what do you think about the size of this for the ensuite and the walk-in closet? What do you think about the size of this? It's very interesting. I think this is too big to have the ensuite and the walk-in closet. And that's kind of the challenge and the problem we had with the original plan, is that there was too much space here for the ensuite and the walk-in closet. It just didn't work very well in terms of the proportion. Now, if we move the bedroom to the B location, and then that means we have an area that is approximately like this, that could be the ensuite and the walk-in closet. And what do we think about this in terms of the size of the ensuite and walk-in closet for the bedroom? Because you would come into the unit, that would mean that this would all be living, dining, kitchen space. What do we think about this? I think it is interesting. Oh, someone's telling someone else to be quiet. That's it's kind of interesting. Please be quiet. All through text. Yes, I think more reasonable. People are saying more reasonable. People are asking for directions in the north arrow. I have to look at the key plan to tell you that, but I will try to look at that. I think it's very interesting. I think this is a more reasonable size, and if we actually look at how big the living, dining, and kitchen space would be, I think that is actually a more reasonable space. I also think it's better to have the eccentric angles in the living, dining, kitchen space as opposed to in the bedroom space. So that is going to be my vote, that we have the bedroom in the B location, and that is how we develop the floor plan to fix this. And I do want to show you a little bit what I've done, because I've done a little bit of work in advance where I have taken that idea and I have created a sort of plan with some of these ideas. So let's just talk about this a bit, and then we're going to work together on the living, dining, kitchen space. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. If you're joining late, we're just fixing the floor plan. Okay, so you come into the front door. I left the front door as it is and the closet. I moved the location of the powder room door, so it is off of this hall. Now, this is now a nice wide entry hall. I aligned these two doors, so these doors are actually aligned with each other, which is very nice and symmetrical. You come into this sort of hallway zone, and then you go into the ensuite or into the closet, and then that means that the master bedroom is here. And the proportion of all of this is much better. So what ends up happening is we have a very, very nice and continuous space for the living, dining with a big window. So it actually works, I think, fairly well. The bathroom is still internal. Remember, the bathroom was up here before, but now it's back here. And I just want to point out as well that I'm imagining that we are doing all of this work before the building is built. So the developer is coming to me and saying, can you please optimize this floor plan for me before my building is built and make it better? So I'm not renovating this plan, so I can move the plumbing and some stuff around, okay? So let's have a look at this. And this is very interesting, because now we have a kind of a layout, and a very simple layout for the bedroom. So the bedroom has now become a secondary space, which is the right thing to do in a 900 square foot unit. You don't want the bedroom to be the major space, which it was in the previous plan. Because if we all remember what it looked like before, right? This is what it looked like before. The bedroom and the ensuite took up about, I would say, 40% of all the room, and we do not want that. We definitely don't want to have that much space allocated towards the bedroom. So I do want to talk about now the kitchen, okay? So this is now the big second area. Leave it open. Yes, well, we have to put in a kitchen, okay? And there are kind of two options for where the kitchen would go. We know that we can't really put the kitchen here, because if you walked in, you would smack into the island, and then this is kind of narrow for the dining space, and then it makes this really awkward. So we know that's not going to work. Okay, so that is a big no-no. We can, however, we could put the kitchen here. That would be one option, because you could walk in past the island, and then you could have a living dining space up here, and you could have actually probably some extra storage or stuff here. And you would walk in, you'd walk past the island. So that is one option. The other option, I think, is we could put the kitchen here. So we could design the kitchen so that it worked better with the geometry, and we could have the kitchen here so you walk in and you have a big living dining space, and then the kitchen is around to the back, okay? So why not an L-shaped kitchen? Yeah, no, there's all sorts of ways that we could detail the kitchen. Right now, what I'm talking about is I am talking about how we are going to place the kitchen. I'm using Morpholio Trace. If you look on my screen, drawn in Morpholio Trace, and I'm fortunately I'm one of the feature presenters on Morpholio Trace. So if you go to their YouTube channel, you can watch my tutorial as well as some other there's other major architecture and design influencers that have done videos for Morpholio Trace about how to use this app. So this is option A, and this is option B. And I do want to talk about this, and I want you guys to tell me, where should we place the kitchen? Where should it go? A or B? Should we put the kitchen up in the top left, or should we put it in the bottom right of the living space? Also, for the plumbing from the previous bath can be used for the kitchen drains. You are correct. That is a very smart and good idea. This is really interesting. A. Well, interesting. I'm going to count them, because I would like to do an alternate ending today. Yesterday we did B, but I would like to see if we could do an A ending today, just for fun, just to make it different. And then at the end, we're going to vote on it. B. I have an opinion about which one I think is better, but I'm very interested. So a C, somebody is suggesting C, and I'd like to know where the C option would be, because I'm also open to alternate ideas.